When I was 15, I left home. I lived on the streets for a long time. A lot of the things I was doing were illegal. You get stuck on drugs and you get stuck in a rut. It cost me a lot of time in my life. And going to prison. It's just a vicious cycle of misery. There's no possible way to be happy. And if you think that there is, you're sadly mistaken. Make sure that there's nothing in the back is shifted.
DJ Fultz says those mistakes landed him in prison for a total of 7 years. And while he was there, he had what he calls an epiphany that changed his life.
I was in prison and I was listening to a bunch of people talk. And they were saying stuff like, next time I get out, I'm going to do a crime differently so that I don't get caught, or I'm not going to have people around me because people are snitches, and they just were making excuse after excuse after excuse. And I realized it's the fact that I sounded like that I was making those same choices. When you can no longer look at yourself in the mirror, it's no longer worth it.
He says he started to work on his outlook on life even before he left prison. When he got out, he found additional help from a church group and Better People. The highly successful program helps people with legal histories find jobs after they've gone through a strict program, using cognitive behavioral therapy to change the way they think and act.
Our mission statement definitely talks about the fact that we are seeking to reduce the rates of recidivism. And as they're going through the process, there are many things that they have to look at in their lives. You know, I talked about honesty and trust and understanding what you can control and can't control. And I remind them that the only thing in life that you have 100% control over is yourself.
All I had to do to be happy and to get out of that rut was do everything that I wasn't doing before. I know it sounds small, but trust me, that's one of the biggest things to change in life that is hard.
Now DJ says he's living his life very differently for his kids and for himself.
I'm the head of maintenance for my company. That isn't what makes me happy though. What makes me happy is the fact that I've made a choice to go in and do that. I've made the choice to go in and work just as hard for my clean and sober living, my living outside of prison. I've made a conscious choice to go in and say, hey, I need to pay my bills this way. I need to live my life this way. I need to do this, not just for me, but because I have kids that need to be supported. And in doing that, that makes you happy because you've accomplished something without having to go through any means that are unethical.
Clarina Boston says she loves to hear the success stories after people like DJ graduate from Better People.
Putting forth effort to change is very difficult, especially if you come from a dysfunctional background where all of your life you've had to hustle and lie and cheat and steal according to your world you think to be successful. And so as they're going through this process, they realize that they have other options. And they're not easy, but they certainly are available. You just have to take the time to do them.
Happiness is a choice. There's a difference between feeling good and feeling the moment. And today I can feel good about myself because I'm making choices that are right.